What's up, Goal Chasers? I'm back, and this time I'm bringing a 75 hard challenge to you. But before we get into that, let's get into the intro. What's up, YouTube? For those who don't know me, my name is Tashambi Berry, aka Cali Hustle 619, and this is Goal Chasers, a place where we explore mental and physical well-being. So it's been a long time. It's been about 2.5 months. I basically kind of fell off the wagon, And I said this before. I said this in one of my videos that I might slip, but I'm always gonna find my way back on. And so this is me finding my way back on with the 75 hard challenge. So for those who don't know what that is, it's basically what they would say, a mental challenge. Challenge yourself mentally. Physically, you do challenge yourself, but it's a mental challenge. So without further ado, let's get into the video, and then we can get into the 75 hard challenge. All right, so as you can see, there has been some changes made. My YouTube studio is looking quite nice. It's different. I've moved locations, and I've been doing some big things, including gaining weight. But that's neither here nor there. What we're here for now is I'm back on track. So, like all other videos, let's start with the weigh-in. All right, so the last time I had weighed in, I want to say I was in the 370, 378, somewhere around there. The last time I filmed the weigh-in. But now, the last time I weighed in, specifically for the 75 hard challenge, which this is week 1, I was at 418.6. So that is the heaviest I've ever been. So that's depressing. It was depressing to see that number, but I know I did the damage. I can't blame anyone for that. I know I did the damage. I did the eating, I did the drinking. I did everything I could to be as heavy as I could be. Not intentionally, but I can't say it wasn't intentional, if you eat, if you drink, then you're gonna gain weight. So it's really no way around it. You either do it and accept the consequences, or you make changes for the better. So I'm here to make changes for the better. So let's talk about what my diet was. Or lack thereof. Basically, I just ate, a lot of pizza, burgers, drank a lot of tequila, a lot of beer. So there was no real diet plan. There was no working out. And I did try it here and there. I did try to work out here and there, but I never really put forth a real effort into doing it. I just kind of did a little lackluster here and there and called it a workout. Then I went to go eat and drink. So that didn't work out. And basically I got to a point where the smallest or the most simple tasks were becoming very hard. And when I talk about simple tasks, I'm talking about tying my shoes, walking up and down stairs, standing for more than a couple minutes. My back would just get so tight, and it would hurt. My thighs would hurt. My calves would hurt. You'd think I ran a marathon from just standing for 2 minutes, and that's not good. If I went down to tie my shoes, I'm coming back up sweating and out of breath. And it's not a good place to be in, but that's where I was. And although I can't say that drinking and having a good time and eating what you want isn't fun, because I had good times, I had some real good times. I had fun, but at the end of the day, I was only hurting myself. So it became, I guess, my version of self-destruction. And at one point, I had to have the conversation with myself. Not that I talk to myself very often, but you got to sit there and you got to ask yourself, self, is this it? Is this what we doing? Is this what we doing? Is this what we're going to do? We're going to sit here and drink ourselves into a early grave? Or are we going to try to pick up the pieces and do what we can and make sure that we can have a longer, extended life? And at one point, I decided, it's too late. I've gone too far. I've gone too far to the left, to the food and the drinks, to where when I stood up, like I said, 2 minutes my back would hurt. So how am I gonna get into shape? Or how am I gonna work out when my back hurts, when my thighs hurt, when my calves hurt? How am I gonna possibly do what I need to do to get into shape? It's impossible, but I know what I can do. I can eat and I can drink more, and it don't hurt unless I gotta tie my shoes. So, we get Velcro shoes and then we ain't gotta worry about that. But nah, so at that point, I chose the latter. I chose to continue to eat and drink. And I had a couple, I don't know if they weren't medical emergencies, but when you feel your body doing things that you never felt to do before, and I don't know if it was something that was hurting me or not hurting me, but something that could have been dangerous to me, like, having a heart attack. I'd have some kind of chest pains here and there, and I'd have certain things that concern me, but at some point I was just like, it is what it is, if this is about to take me out, then let's go. But a couple things happened, between then and now. I've gotten to a point where I'm just tired. I'm tired of that life. You can only drink so much and eat so much before you die or you change. And so I don't really feel like dying, so I decided to make a change. So with this change, I looked at, different challenges that were out there, and the 75 hard challenge looked very promising. So I've tried this a few times actually, this challenge, and I couldn't make it past day 2 because my mind wasn't right. I wasn't focused, I wasn't ready, I wasn't in beast mode, I was in eat mode and drink mode, and that's what I did, and that's what I kept doing. And I would talk myself out of continuing the challenge. So within the first couple days, I had already talked myself into, eating something that wasn't on my diet plan, or, finding, somebody to drink with and have a good time. And so I chose to have a good time over my health. And this time was different. I'm not sure what it was. I know there was a couple people in the GoalChasers group that really, really motivated me. And they said they would do it with me. And now I have a thing with letting people down. Like, I don't want to let people down. And if you say you want to do this with me, I'm going to do my best to make sure that I live up to my end of the bargain. And I want to make sure that you live up to your end too. Too many times we have the wrong partners to where you find reasons to end challenges early or to lose. Because if we both lose, then it's fine, But if one of us loses, then that makes the other one look bad. So we find partners who are like ourselves, so that when we lose, then we don't feel so bad. But I have some strong people on the team, and you know, we're doing it. We're you know, I've made it through week 1 and I feel so much better. So now let's get to what 75 hard is. So what the challenge is basically, it's free to do. You don't have to buy anything, which is a plus. That sold me. So you have to drink a gallon of water every day for 75 days. You have to work out twice in one day, once indoors, once outdoors, and each workout has to be 45 minutes each. You have to read 10 pages a day of a nonfiction book. What else? So no cheat meals, no alcohol. And you have to take a progress picture every day. So one thing that helps me with this is there's an app, and I'm not being sponsored by anyone or anything like that, but there is an app called 75 Hard by Anthony, or what's this guy's name? Anthony Fazeli? I think that's his name. But anyway, he has a app, and it basically is a checklist. And every day, it'll pop up. You need to do these things. You can set reminders on your phone to do each of these things. You know, so that helps a lot. You know, because I do forget things. I am older, so I do forget things. And with them popping up on my phone, and the fact that I like to check off check boxes. So I like when I'm completing tasks and checking them off my list. You know, that's kind of a me thing. It's a lot of people think so. You know, I do like that. So you do that, and then at the end of it, or not at the end, but at the end of the day, once you've checked off everything, it'll give you a template that you can upload to Instagram and Facebook, basically showing everybody that you're doing your thing. You know, what day you're on and how you're doing. So I do like that. I do like that app a lot. It costs about $4, but you know, that's up to you. If that, you can totally track it on your own without that. So the program is basically, from what I am taking from it, it's a mental challenge. So the problem I had before starting this was I would make a lot of excuses for why I couldn't do certain things. So, you know, why I couldn't eat and stick to a certain diet plan, because, you know, everybody else is eating this. You know, everybody else is having fried chicken. So it would be bad if I didn't join them, or everyone else is having pizza. It'd be horrible if I, you know, decided to eat something that was, you know, in my diet plan or on my diet, and you know, everybody else is drinking, so I want to drink too. It's totally understandable, but you know, for this challenge, there's no excuses. You know, you stick to what you signed up for. So yeah, it shows you, or you basically show yourself, because it's not doing anything. It's you sticking to the program shows you what you're capable of. So the 2 workouts a day, you know, I would go to work. I work in San Diego, and it'll take me an hour and some change to get there. It'll take me 2 hours to get back home, and I'd be tired. You know, commuting is no fun. On top of working an 8-hour day, it's draining. And by the time I would get home, I wouldn't want to do anything but get into bed, eat, and get into bed. And I would always say I just don't have the energy to work out, and I definitely don't have the energy to work out twice in a day. You know, where can I find that time? But since I've started, I found that time. I find time. Well, what I do is I pack a bag. And I go to the gym before I get home. First and foremost, get to the gym and do what I need to do. And that helps a lot, because I know if I get home, it's a wrap. It's a wrap, really, it's a wrap. So I do that workout in the gym, and then I'm pumped. I'm good. You know, I feel good. And so I take that, come home, and then I go on my walk. I do a 45-minute walk. That's my outdoor exercise. And like I said, I was at a point, like the first few walks, where they hurt a lot. But I've stuck to it. And so I'm able to do my walks. I'm able to do my straight through with no breaks. Because the first few walks, I had to take breaks. I really had to think what I wanted because this was hard. It was hard on me. You know, some people are starting the 75 hard and they're already in shape, or they're in good enough shape to where they can do the things. It's just, just starting a new plan. It's nothing that big. But for me, to be so far out of shape and to try this those first few days were really hard. But I made up my mind. I decided that I wasn't gonna look for a reason or excuse to stop this, but just keep going. So yeah, so that's really the mental part of it. It's showing you that where you felt like you didn't have time for you, you can make time. You can make time. If you want to make time, you'll make time. I've seen some pages of people who got out there and walked at 2 a.m. because they wanted to do this challenge and they wanted to get it done. And I'm not on that. I have went and worked out really early before, but I couldn't do that on a regular. But yeah, it definitely strengthens your what you feel your abilities are and your mental. It makes you a lot stronger mentally, to know that all it takes is just getting up and going instead of finding all these reasons to not do it. I mean, it's a great feeling, and every day that I complete a day, it's just a great feeling because I'm accomplishing so much more than I have in so long. And at this point, even though I'm 40, so I'm older than I've ever been, I feel like at this pace that I can be better at 40 than I've ever been, which is crazy. It's crazy to think that way, but I have high hopes for myself. So yeah. All right, so let me tell you about my experience with week 1. So drinking a gallon a day is hard. It is hard those first few days if you don't drink a lot of water anyway. So I didn't drink a lot of water. I drank a lot of soda. I drank a lot of juice. I would drink anything but water. Water was usually not my go-to. But like I said, I started the challenge, and that's what I was supposed to do, and so that's what I did. And I've been drinking a gallon of water a day, sometimes even more. After the first 3 or 4 days, then it became a lot more easier. Then it seemed like my body had this thirst for water that it had never had before, and I just needed to drink water all the time. And so now I can go through a gallon of water by the time I get off of work, and then I'm drinking little extra bottles here and there with my dinner and whatever. So one of the only bad things about the water thing is that you have to use the bathroom. You need to map out where all the bathrooms are between home and work or wherever you go and back, because if you don't, you're gonna have an emergency on your hands. So, and there's been a couple times where I've had to stop and use the bathroom in places. I mean, you just gotta do it. I mean, it's really not that bad of a thing. I guess it depends on traffic or whatever, but you just need to be aware of where you're at and where a bathroom is, because you're gonna need to use it. So besides that, I feel a lot of the benefits of drinking the water. Now they say it makes your skin clear, or it makes your skin better. I see some changes in my skin, so I like it. You sweat more. I don't know if that's like a benefit, but that's been one of the things that I've seen is that I've been sweating like crazy in the gym. Use the bathroom a lot more. And you can look up benefits of drinking a gallon of water a day or whatever. Now they say it's recommended that you drink half your weight in ounces of water. For me, that would be over 200 ounces. That's a lot. I can try it, but for now I'm sticking to the script, and we're gonna go with the gallon a day. So now for my workouts. So I'm loyal to No Gym, and I have I'm signed into a program where I pay $29 a month, and I have access to all these gyms. So there's at least 10 in my immediate area, and endless amounts from here to San Diego, so in LA or whatever. So I have no excuse not to use the gym. So I use whatever gym I feel like at the time. So if you have my Facebook page, or if you're part of the GoalChasers page, you'll see I'll be at different gyms all the time, checking out the equipment, checking out the whole, I want a different experience. I don't want to get bored being at the same gym all the time. I want to see some different things, so I'll go to different gyms whenever I feel like it, and I'll work out and get it done. Now there's a book that I purchased. It was on Amazon. It's called My Gym Buddy or something like that, and it has a lot of workouts, and it basically gives you structure. It gives you what workouts to do on each day. So I need that. I can't afford a personal trainer, but this is good enough. It gives me what lift, and this is for lifting weights. It tells me what body parts to work out every day, and it's basic, and it works. It works for me. So when I go to the gym, I have a plan, which you should, because if not, then you'll just be walking around wasting time. And I also have an app that I use for running and walking. So recently I got an injury, I guess you could say. My knees have never been that great, but now they're hurting a lot more. And so now I need to take a break from my knees. But before that, I was using an app called Running for Weightloss, and it's a really good app. I've used it before, and I've lost a lot of weight working with that. But now I want to take it easy on the knees because, like I said, I'm getting older. And so if the doctor tells me that I need to take it easy, I'm gonna take it easy. So I downloaded an app called Walking for Weight Loss, which is by the same company that does the Running for Weight Loss. And so I'll just do that. I'll walk, I'll use the elliptical, I'll use the bike. I'll do whatever it takes to get that cardio without putting so much impact on my knees, And I also want to try to start swimming, which is going to be interesting. But I found a gym that has a pool in it, and it's a nice pool, and so why not, So I do that. That's my indoor exercise. Now my outdoor exercise is generally a walk. I can't really run, as I stated before. I really would like to play sports. I really would like to play basketball because that's something I did before. But at this time, I'm not able to. So I walk, and generally I walk like 2 miles in 45 minutes, a little over 2 miles in the 45 minutes that I'm given. And so I'll do that for the 45 minutes, go around, say hi to the neighbors, just get to know people and make it a fun experience. So it's, some of the best working out that I've done is when I'm not thinking about working out. So when I'm playing, or when I used to play basketball, I would get a great workout in, but I wasn't focused on the workout. I was focused on the basketball playing. So I try to find something to take my mind off of the fact that I'm working out. If you're on a treadmill or whatever and you're watching a movie, your mind is on that movie. It ain't on you walking on the treadmill. Or if you're on the elliptical, your mind is on something else to make that time go by faster. It's boring just sitting there looking at the clock. So that's my workouts. The book I chose to read for my 75 hard challenge, which, with you reading 10 pages a day, you're gonna read multiple books in the 75 days. So this is my first book, and it's called The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fill in the Blank. I thought it was an interesting book, and actually the more I read, the more interesting it gets. So the book is pretty vulgar, and it's he's pretty bold and blunt. But I was in the Navy for a while, so that's right up my alley. So, I understand, the language and how he articulates what he's trying to say. I really like it, and he's not wrong. So, it gives you a different way of thinking, and I think that's one of the things that, because most challenges, they won't have you read anything, especially read something that's supposed to help you, like self-help. I know another book that a lot of people are reading is Can't Hurt Me, I believe it is, by David Goggins, which I've listened to that on Audible. That's another thing, you can't listen to Audible or audiobooks during the 75 Hard Challenge. But I listened to that audiobook quite a while back, and I really like that book. And I really like the audiobook because it's David Goggins reading the book that he wrote. And he can explain what he meant and how he meant it a lot better than someone else reading the book could. So yes, that's the book I'm reading. So now, the diet. The diet that I chose is a low-carb diet. Now I want to do that where I am doing that diet, and I'm trying to kind of mix it with the Weight Watchers plan that I'm on. So I'm on a blue plan, I get like 61 points. So I'm trying to do like a low carb under or within the points that I'm given on Weight Watchers, which is totally possible because I've been doing it. So, I feel like, and I could be wrong, but I feel like starchy carbs are another thing that just likes to stick to my bones. The number one being alcohol. Drinking alcohol, I just gain weight. That's just it, and I know it. I like alcohol though, but I haven't drank any. But yeah, starchy carb. I like starchy carbs, and I feel like they stick to my bones, or not even my bones no more. I ain't seen my bones in a long time, but it just sticks. So I figure cutting those out, and I would have done keto, but I really don't. I don't feel that all fruit, or I'm not gonna say all fruit on keto is bad, but or all fruit that isn't on your keto plan is bad. I feel like I should be able to eat some fruit for some sweets, and I feel like there are vegetables there that are good, and I don't see how they could affect me in a negative way if I eat, corn, which is probably can. I don't know, but I don't see it. Like I don't see me going and eating certain vegetables. And most of the vegetables I eat will be green, and most of those on the Weight Watchers plan are 0 points. So vegetables and fruit, most of those are 0 points. So like I said, I just decided to do more of a low carb with the Weight Watchers. That works. I can get the fruits that I want for 0 points. And even if they are points, they're not going to be a lot. So that's what I chose for my diet. And it hasn't been that hard. It hasn't been. I do miss some McDonald's fries and bread. But I've done like the keto thing before, and I was doing good for a while, And one day I had some bread and it made me so sick after, I don't know, I want to say like 3-4 weeks of no bread. I went to Olive Garden and just said, whatever, I have some bread. And I was so sick. So that's always in the back of my head because I felt horrible. And I don't want to feel that way again. So and I know eventually I'll eat bread again, but it won't be anytime soon now because I think I'm too far in to turn back. You know, I need to finish this challenge. So I want to say that's it. I planned on just, you know, doing this short 75 hard video. I don't know how short it's going to end up being, but I wanted to do something short to get me back into these YouTube videos, and I really want to do these at least once a week, and I do want to do a weigh-in at least once a week, or a weigh-in video once a week, which will be combined with the 75 hard. So this is 75 hard week 1, and I'll do a week 2, and each week I'll have a weigh-in included. And yeah, you know, it's a struggle, you know, and we're all, you know, struggling the same way, I guess, to a certain degree. And I would like to hopefully motivate people. I would like, you know, this to stick for me. And I would like, you know, people to find the same motivation and to do it as well, you know, because it's hard. And it's hard to do it by yourself. And so we got to do this together. So I have a lot of ideas for different videos I want to do. Now, filming a video and editing and all that, that's a lot of work. On top of the work that I have, you know, on a regular basis anyway. But I want to do this, so I'll do it. It's just that simple. Just like I'm doing this right now, I'm getting back into this YouTube game, and I'm gonna make some people proud. But yeah, so with that being said, please like, subscribe, follow me on Instagram at Tashambi Earl, and also at Cali Hustle 619, I think. I have to check, but yeah, check out my Instagram, my Facebook, Tashambi Berry. I have a GoalChasers page. Once you send me a friend request, I'll go ahead and add you to that to the GoalChasers page, where there's a lot of good people out here motivating each other in different cities. Some in San Diego, a lot in San Diego actually, but all over the place. And you know, just motivating each other. You know, sharing each other's victories and supporting each other's not failures, but when people slip and, you know, they have a bad day, there's somebody there to support you and help you get back on. And that's what I like. That's what I like. And I needed that from them to get to where I am right now. And oh yeah, I forgot. So this is obviously being recorded after week 1. I gotta catch up. But so the week 1 weigh-in was already complete. And within that first week, I lost 16 pounds. So just getting back on track. That 1 week, now you can call it water weight, you can call it whatever you like, but that was definitely motivating. That was something I did. I did that. Can nobody take that away from me? I did that. Only person who can take it away is me by going and messing up this challenge. But I did that. And so, you know, all the results may vary. It's probably people who lost way more. It's people who lost less. But, you know, we turned that corner and now we got to finish. So I still have a long time before I finish. But, you know, each day is a victory. And I make sure of that. So anyway, let's not get too deep. Like I said, this is supposed to be a short video. Please like, subscribe, share, follow, all that good stuff. Hit the like button. And if you're out here doing your thing, keep chasing those goals. I'll see you at the next video.